Hello my fellow oddities, welcome to a new video. So there's been this recent trend going around in the Mortal Kombat community where they take a character and show their design evolution from the first game they appeared in to the last game. This inspired me to do something similar, but not quite the same. I'm going to be taking a Mortal Kombat character, going through each of their designs, and ranking them based on worst to best. Now of course this is my opinion, so there's no need to get super frustrated about it. Opinions can't be wrong, and you might say, well, your opinions are trash. But guess what? That's your opinion. Now the first character I'm going to be ranking the designs for is Scorpion, because of course I am. He's the most popular Mortal Kombat character, kinda by a long shot, and it would be really weird if I had the first character be someone else, like Kenshi. Now I can't go through every single Scorpion design and everything ever. That would just be ridiculous, and I have no patience to do that. So I'm going to have some rules set in place, and the first rule is that I'm not taking any designs that isn't from a Mortal Kombat game, which means nothing from a comic, movie, or TV show, and also nothing like Injustice or NBA Jam. I'm not even joking, that's a real thing. The second rule is that there's going to be no repeating or reused costumes, which means no reinvented classic designs in the newer games, and also no stuff like Mortal Kombat Armageddon's default costume, since that's just his Mortal Kombat Deception alternate reused for Armageddon, which I just realized is really lazy. This third rule is specifically for MK11, and that's that I'm not going to have any costumes that isn't from the story mode or their default outfit. This is just so that there's not a ton of just Mortal Kombat 11 costumes anywhere, because Mortal Kombat 11 has a lot of costumes that aren't really worth talking about. And the fourth and final rule is that there's going to be no Mortal Kombat Mobile. Why? Because it's Mortal Kombat Mobile. Before we get started with the list, remember, if you end up enjoying the video, then you should definitely give it a like, as it'll help my channel grow and get this video seen by more people. You should also subscribe and turn on the bell for all notifications so you get notified every single time I upload a new video. And finally, comment down below your list for every single Scorpion design ranked from worst to best. Alright, Scorpion has 22 outfits, so let's get through this quickly. At number 22, I have the Mortal Kombat X infrared outfit. Yeah, I don't know who thought this costume would be a good idea. I mean, I get what the reference is supposed to be. It's supposed to be from a scene in the Predator movie where the Predator picks up a scorpion and you can see it through its infrared vision, but it does not transfer over well to a fighting game costume. Especially since Mortal Kombat X is a very fast-paced game, yeah, you're probably going to have to wear glasses after playing a match with him. This costume also doesn't bring anything new to the table. It's literally just his default MKX outfit with an infrared filter over it. So yeah, this costume is pretty useless and the most ugly looking costume probably ever featured in a Mortal Kombat game ever. At number 21, I have his Mortal Kombat 4 alternate costume. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with this outfit. It's kind of confusing actually. So of course Scorpion, when he takes off his mask, has a skull, so I get why that's there. But why is his costume now gray? What's the reasoning behind that? It makes sense up to a point. It's his default outfit with a skull instead of his traditional mask. But then you just drop in the bombshell that is, it's gray for some reason now. I mean, this costume isn't even bad. It's not like over-designed or desaturated or even ugly looking. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. And if your costume has no real place in a game, then why should it exist at all? At number 20, I have the Mortal Kombat X Injustice outfit. Now, I know I said earlier there would be no Injustice costumes on this list, but this one actually made it over to Mortal Kombat X, so it counts. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of this skin. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, it's Injustice, it's supposed to be stylized and armory, but I'm talking about the Mortal Kombat X version of the skin, which is in a Mortal Kombat game. So I'm allowed to say that it's really ugly. There's just a lot of unnecessary, over-designed elements of this costume. Like, he has these weird, like, I guess they're supposed to be like scorpion stingers on his like back, and it just looks disgusting. Instead of having a traditional ninja vest, he has this gross looking armory stuff and like a gem in the middle.
Why?
So yeah, overall, I kinda hate this costume. But it's not as big a deal to me because at least it's not like a main Mortal Kombat costume that was created for one of the games. It was created for Injustice, so in my opinion, it's not as big a deal as if it were actually Scorpion's costume in a Mortal Kombat game. At number 19, I have the Cold War outfit. Now, it's kind of hard to rank this one just because it looks nothing like the character. But that's not really what they're going for, though. So I have to decide whether I should rank it based on how much it looks like the character and how well it represents him, or for what they were going for. But to be honest, what it's going for is kind of mediocre, so I think it earns a spot on the list. But I don't really have much to say on this outfit. I don't really like it that much. That's pretty much it. And number 18 is probably the first kind of controversial one on this list, and that's the Mortal Kombat Deception default outfit. Now, Deception is a pretty popular game, and I actually really like it as well. But this costume is just something I can't get behind. I think it's over-designed in some areas, and I think some parts of it are just kind of unnecessary. I really don't like the kind of big football shoulder pads he has. It just kind of looks ugly. And I also really don't like how the main ninja vest is kind of really skinny and also is connected by this weird point in the middle. I also think the yellow and the gold in this outfit is a bit too desaturated. But I will say this, I really like how his head and the mask look. I think it looks really cool. But the rest of it is just not my cup of tea. And number 17 is the Mortal Kombat X default outfit. Now again, this is a popular costume. This was even the one used in Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge and Battle of the Realms. And you know how I feel about those two movies, so I'm not even going to talk about them today. But I'm not a big fan of this outfit either. Like I said in my Mortal Kombat X Battle of the Realms prediction video, a lot of the MKX costumes are very desaturated and brown and just kind of ugly looking. And nowhere is that more true than in Scorpion's default outfit. The parts of his outfit that are supposed to be black in other games are kind of more of a like gross, dirty brown kind of look. Of course, the yellow is very desaturated, and the overabundance of belts is really distracting on this outfit. He has belts around his waist, he has belts around his legs, he has belts even on his ninja vest. It's just unnecessary. And also the eyes is another thing I have a big problem with. The eyes on this costume don't look good at all. It's like not white as it is normally, but it's like a gross kind of orangey thing. I don't know what they were going for. And also, this one is more of a nitpick, but the loincloth that Scorpion normally has is just really short on this costume. And it's just very distracting and is irritating. I just gotta make it a little longer and it would be better. Like either not have it at all or have it be the correct length. Just come on. At number 16, I have the Mortal Kombat 9 alternate costume. Now this one is one that a lot of people like to rag on. But honestly, I don't think it's that bad. Of course it is pretty over-designed and also something that I don't hear people talk about. I think the mask looks a bit oversized on him. I don't know, maybe that's just me. And the armor plates that are all over him don't look very good. But honestly, it's not as bad as people say it is. I think the colors on this outfit look really good, and for the overall costume, I think if you just change some stuff around, it could be pretty okay. But I won't deny that this outfit is over-designed, especially on the mask. At number 15, I have the Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance alternate costume. Now this costume is pretty much the same as his default, but there is a few minor changes. Well, of course there's the big change that is the skull, but there's also a few minor changes just on the costume itself. Like the top half of his body isn't as covered up as it is in his default outfit, which is something that I don't really like. Scorpion doesn't strike me as the type of person to show off his muscles and abs and stuff like that. Also, another problem I have with this costume particularly is the chains. Not because they're there at all, I actually kind of like them, but it's because they don't go all out with them. It's just some chains on his chest area, but I think it would be really cool if he had them up his arms, maybe even on his legs. I think that would be really cool. At number 14, I have his Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance default costume. Now this one is pretty much just the other one with some more clothing and, of course, the mask. Now the problem I have with this outfit is that I think some parts of it just don't look complete. I think this outfit would benefit from some sort of shoulder pads. I think that would improve the costume a lot. Also, I have another nitpick. Right between where his mask ends and his ninja vest begins, there's like this little area that you can see his chest, and I just want to cover it up. Like, if you look at any other costume, that isn't there. And I just want to cover it up because it just irritates me. But this is probably the first okay costume on this list. At number 13, I have the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 outfit. Again, another kind of controversial one. This one I just think looks too, I guess the word is superhero-y. Like the outfit here is a little bit more spandexy, and especially on his legs there's like more yellow on it that kind of makes it look like a superhero outfit. And instead of the normal ninja vest, he has like these weird segmented plates on his chest, which just don't look good in my opinion. I prefer the more cloth and baggy feeling of the previous two outfits in the series. But seeing as this is a classic costume, I feel kind of weird putting it any lower on this list. At number 12, I have the Mortal Kombat X Gold costume. I really like this outfit. It looks just as if they took the action figure and put it right into the game, and I'm a big fan of that. This is almost like a better version of his default outfit because the gold and the black are actually like the color they're supposed to be instead of being like all desaturated and ugly looking. And his eyes are also actually white instead of being the gross thing that it was in the other costume. So yeah, overall, I really like this outfit, but seeing as it's an action figure and not really supposed to be a main Scorpion design, I can't put it that high up. At number 11, I have the Hanzo Hasashi skin. I really like this outfit. There are some stuff I don't like the white hood thing around his neck and also the white armbands. I just don't think white really goes with Scorpion's outfit that well, but other than that, I think it's pretty good. I think if you put a mask on this one, then this should have been the MKX default outfit, not the other one we got. Now, it is desaturated, but since that's Mortal Kombat X's aesthetic, it's probably the best we would have gotten. And it's also kind of crazy that this is the first ever Hanzo Hasashi skin in any Mortal Kombat game, and it took until the 10th game to actually do it, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, it's a pretty decent outfit. Breaking the top 10, I have the Mortal Kombat 9 default outfit. Now, this is another kind of controversial one, but not for the same reason as the other ones. I've actually seen a lot of people who don't like this outfit, but personally, I think it's pretty good. I really like the Scorpion aesthetic, especially with the subtle stuff like the shoulder pads. I also really like the swords. It's kind of a mix of a normal katana with like a Scorpion kind of demon aesthetic, which is pretty much what Scorpion's all about, and that's kind of the thing I like about this whole costume. It really fits Scorpion's character, especially at this point in the timeline. But I will agree with some people who have said it goes a bit overboard in some areas. At number 9, I have the Mortal Kombat Deception alternate costume. Now this is what I'm talking about. In my opinion, this is an improved version of the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 design. And the weird thing is, the same problems with the Mortal Kombat 3 skin is also on this one. But I don't know why, I just like this one more. I think it looks cooler. I'm a really big fan of the mask it chose. I really like when Scorpion's mask is a skull, but not when it's like overboard, when it's a little bit more subtle. I have no idea why I like this costume so much, but here it is, this high on the list. At number 8, ironically, I have the Mortal Kombat 8, aka Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe Scorpion outfit from that game. Now, at first glance, this costume is a lot like the Mortal Kombat 9 outfit, but once you really look into it, they're completely different. I am a huge fan of the cloth designs on this outfit. It kind of has that like diamond pattern on it, and I think it looks super cool. The only thing I changed on this outfit is the mask. I've never really been a fan of this style of mask that was introduced in the Mortal Kombat 1995 movie, and I'm a bigger fan of a more normal looking ninja mask. At number 7, I have the Mortal Kombat 11 Hanzo Hasashi. Now, this costume is a lot like the default outfit from this game, but there are a few minor changes. Now, these changes are kind of what prevents it from being higher on this list. For some reason, they changed how the vest looks, so like there's this weird design on it that isn't on the default design, and I just think it looks a little weird. And there's just a few unnecessary changes that I don't really like. But other than that, I really like this outfit. But since most of my praise for this outfit comes for the default outfit as well, I'm going to be saving all that for when that costume comes around. At number 6, I have the Mortal Kombat 4 default outfit. Besides for whatever is going on with his head, I don't really know why his head like has these weird points on it. This costume is pretty good. Again, like I said earlier, I really like when the mask kind of has a skull aesthetic that isn't too over the top, but it's kind of more subtle, and this mask definitely has that. Now again, this costume also has the same issues as a UMK3 outfit, but again, I really like this one. Maybe I like the segmented stuff and the colorful spandexy pants more than I thought. Maybe there's just some problem with the UMK3 outfit and how that looks. I think this outfit's really cool, and it's kind of weird that they never reuse MK4 designs, but I think that this design should definitely come back. It'd be really cool. At number 5, I have the Mortal Kombat 11 Past Scorpion skin. This is the Scorpion from the past that comes back when Kronika does all her messy time stuff. Now this costume is basically the classic outfit, redesigned for the modern era. I think it does a perfect job of remaking the Mortal Kombat 2 outfit into something that these characters in this specific game would actually wear. At number 4, I have the one that started it all, the Mortal Kombat 1 outfit. I think this outfit holds up really well even today. There's something so cool about just this simple outfit. It's not over-designed with a bunch of belts or armor or anything like that. it just looks really awesome and simple. Like, I don't even know really what to talk about with this outfit because it's so simple and perfect that I wouldn't do anything to change it, and I don't really have any criticism or anything specific to talk about. Same thing with number 3 on this list, Mortal Kombat 2. These outfits are just so amazing, and I just can't talk about it because there's nothing specific to pinpoint about it. You just look at it and go, yep, that's Scorpion. I will say though that I like the Mortal Kombat 2 outfit a bit better, but it's pretty much a draw. At number 2, I have the Mortal Kombat 11 default outfit. This outfit kinda reinvented Scorpion for me. It introduced the idea of Scorpion having red in his outfit, and I think it works perfectly. It just makes the whole costume kinda pop. Something weird is that Scorpion doesn't actually wear this costume in the story mode, which I know it really makes sense, but that's kind of a huge disappointment, because I would have loved to see this outfit in a cool cutscene or something like that. I've always loved the idea of Scorpion having a hood rather than a normal ninja mask. I just think it kind of makes him more unique to Sub-Zero, and this costume definitely makes the hood look awesome. This one also has another skull type mask, though I will say that it goes a bit overboard, but it's not enough to make the whole costume any lower on this list. Also, another thing that's really down to personal preference, but I really like that the swords on this outfit aren't on his back anymore, but they're actually on his side, which is way more realistic to how an actual ninja would do it. Though it is weird that he has 2 swords on one side, because it's kind of weird. He would have to like put his hands like in a weird position to try and take them out on both sides, both holding them correctly. But I'm not here to discuss the practicality of these outfits, I'm just here to discuss how cool they look. And this is definitely a top tier outfit for Scorpion. But number 1 is the Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monk's outfit. This outfit is so underrated, it hurts. This costume is perfect by all means. I don't think there's a single thing that I don't love on this outfit. This costume is Scorpion to me, and it's super disappointing that we haven't had another rendition of this costume since the game came out. This outfit is a perfect mix of the really simple designs from MK1 and the kind of over-the-top, more detailed outfits of the newer games. It's right there in the middle, and I think it's perfect. Scorpion could look like this for every single Mortal Kombat game, and I would not be disappointed every single time. This design is one of the best. This is one of the best designs in all of Mortal Kombat, and I think it's super underrated. People need to appreciate this costume more. Seriously, man. In fact, people need to appreciate the Shaolin Monk's costumes in general even more. I'll get to this in my Sub-Zero video, but Sub-Zero's costume in Shaolin Monks is just amazing as well. But yeah, that's my very long list. Gosh, this is going to take really long to edit. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video and you want to see me do more of these ranking lists, then you should definitely give this video a like. You should also subscribe and turn on the bell for all notifications. And finally, comment down below what your list is for every Scorpion design ranked. And that's it for this video, my fellow oddities. I'll see you next time.